Hello everybody, we got some books back from CGC. This one here is not my book. It is a pretty big grail though, so yeah, stay tuned for that one. And this one is mostly my books. It was a 13 book pre-screen, and yeah, pretty good amount of weight to this. We've been running pretty good when it comes to these pre-screens. I don't think this one is an exception, so let me get these unboxed. Let's just see how we did this time. Well, I've got this one in my hand. Let's go ahead and do this big boy. I've worked on this book well over 10 times now, so I know the book very well. And this one, like I said, is not my book. And I've already looked at the grade, so I could tell the customer, so it's no surprise to me. But it started out as an 8.5, and the goal was to get a bump. Now, this is not a 9.8 candidate, nothing like that, but you can see what I'm talking about here. First, Punisher, absolutely gorgeous copy. Had some major work that needed to be done on it. The goal really here was to make it present better, even if the grade didn't improve. Could I make this thing look better? It had some major foxing on it and some other issues. But unfortunately, there's too many creases on the book. Maybe here. Can't remember where else. But yeah, too many creases and such to get above a certain grade. Now, I thought it actually was going to be an 8.5 again. But yeah, just hoping really for that 9.0. That's a big jump from the 8s to the 9s. So really was hoping to get him that 9. And we did get him the 9.0. I thought there was an outside chance of a 9.2. But yeah, owner is very happy to have this 9.0. And man, that thing just looks amazing now. The foxing and everything is gone. Took care of that. And yeah, just an absolutely gorgeous, beautifully presented copy. I mean, this thing presents, just looking at it right here, that's a 9.6, 9.8 all day long. It's just got this little crease here somewhere, and I actually can't find it now. But yeah, it's on there somewhere. But that's good news, right? That's really the goal when you have, like, you know, any graded copy is you want to get the one that presents the best for that grade. So typically you look, if you're looking for a 5.0 and that's all you can afford, well, if it's got like a big huge tear in the back and the front looks like a 9.2, that is what you're looking for, at least when it comes to finding books for myself for my own personal collection. So that goal is achieved here, and it got the white pages, so we'll take that. So success on the first one here. So let me look at this pre-screen. Now the pre-screen looks like 2 of the books were not mine and 11 were. Now why did I do 13 books? Well, I had 13. I didn't have 2 others that I could pre-screen at the time, and I didn't want to just hold off until I got more books, so I just went ahead and submitted. Sometimes that happens. I didn't want to do it 10 and 3, so odd numbers, who cares, right? Typically I like to do 10 or 15. I've done as little as 1, obviously, but 5. I've done 7 a lot. I don't know why. Lucky number, maybe. I have no idea. But typically I'll do 10 or 15. That's my normal number to send, up to 25 sometimes. But I've really shied away from sending that many books anymore because I've gotten damage. Every time I send a ton of books to CGC, there's damage. It's like they get careless when they're grading a big stack of books. So yeah, just highly recommend not doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pull these out of here at random. Now, one of the books, okay, there's some rejects here. I don't know how many that is. Feels like maybe 2 or 3. But if we got 10 or 9 out of this, that would be a big success. I've been getting about, 80, 90% lately. I think, actually, my most recent ones are 15 books, and I think I got 27 out of 30 in those. So yeah, we are chugging along here for sure. Just hoping, okay, that's a good start. Amazing Spider-Man number 365. This has a lot of weight to it because it's a thicker copy than normal. It's that also thicker card stock. And let's see on this one. It started out as a 9.2 as a raw book. And I thought it could get up to 9.6 with an outside chance of 9.8. This is actually the one that I thought probably would not get the 9.8. It was very, very borderline, more leaning on the 9.6 side. But I know they can be, the graders can be a little bit more lenient on, for some reason, square bound and thicker books. I don't know why. Maybe because they just tend to have more bindery damage. I don't know. But yeah, going to be very glad to have. There was actually some indentations in the, I guess that's foil part or whatever. And they pressed out, and I was able to get them out with a repair technique a lot better than I expected, actually. So I think I got 90% of those gouged. I thought that was really going to hold it back. But, you know, being the newsstand copy, that'll fetch a higher price. So, yeah, good start to that one. Okay. Go ahead and pull the next one here. Okay, looks like I'm going in backwards order here in the submission, which is fine because I think the biggest book in the submission is toward the top. So we got another X-Men 266 direct copy here. I believe this one was given as partial payment towards some cleaning and pressing work that I did for a gentleman, and he had his own 9.8, and his had better centering. You can kind of see in the top left here how it's not centered perfectly. There's like some red there. It's like it's centered way too, I guess, low. You can see how the little direct triangle here is kind of running off the page. So yeah, a beautiful copy though. Obviously 9.8, right? But yeah, he sent it raw, and I thought they were about. This one was about a near mint copy when I got it, and I actually have it as a pretty strong 9.6 with that. Probably 30-40% chance of 9.8. So we'll take the 9.8 on that one. Okay, yeah. This is not my book, and I'm not sure if I've told the owner about this book yet. So he will be happy, thrilled, if he doesn't know, to now know that he is a proud owner of a 9.8 copy of Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, number 8, Origin of the Symbiote. And yeah, beautiful copy. When I first saw it, I didn't think it had a chance at 9.8, but once I was done with it, suddenly I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a 9.8. There's one little spine tick right here with a little bit of color break. Other than that, you know, there's a little bit of bindery things going on up here, which I thought might hold it back, but that's like very common on this book, so yeah. This is a Hulk 341. Interesting story on this one. It's not my book. I've done a lot of work. Probably the most work I've done for anybody is this guy. And he's a big McFarlane fan, as I am. So, yeah, he might be one of the first ones I actually pressed books for. So he trusted me early on. He's just stayed with me. So he's trying to get the entire, basically every single McFarlane book out there, I believe, in both direct and newsstand. It's a pretty daunting thing to do, but he has gone a long way toward getting that. He might be having the most complete McFarlane collection out there. One of the top ones, anyway. So, yeah, Hulk 341 newsstand. Now, he sent this to me as a 9.8, but it was off-white to white pages, and he didn't think it was fair. So he wanted me to clean and press it just to solidify the 9.8 and try to get that, you know, that white pages. And I actually agreed with him. I've seen books a lot less white than this one get white pages. So I told him it was worth cracking because it was almost certainly going to be a 9.8 again. So it was worth the grant. I still pre-screened it. I mean, it's a 9.8. It's especially on newsstands, you know, they're a little more lenient on those. It's a definite 9.8. So obviously we got it twice. So he'll be extremely happy to know that. And I think I actually did already tell him about that one. So it's coming back to me now. I think I actually did tell both owners about that already. Okay, next one. Now, this one is a book for, actually, I'm trying to remember. Okay, same gentleman about the Hulk 341. He actually was trying to get this one in 9.8 as well. He actually found an eBay listing, and he said it looked like a really clean copy, and I agreed with him. I went ahead and purchased it on eBay. And if it gets 9.8, you know, I'm going to sell it to him or whatever. So, you know, that's basically what we're doing. He's going to take this copy for himself. I already have a PC copy of this book somewhere. I have quite a few copies of this book. And if you don't know the significance of this book, this is the first time that Todd McFarlane's name appears in a comic book when he wrote a letter to the editor about a prior issue, and one of the stories earlier on during this run. So, yeah, this is like the first Todd McFarlane book ever. It's not his art, it's none of that stuff, but he did write the editor, so his name is in here. So, very low census count on that one. People probably should pick that one up. Okay, this is going to be a PC book. McFarlane Run, ASM 311. Direct copy. Not worth a ton of money, but I don't care. It's McFarlane. I just am hoarding these things. I cannot help myself, as I've said in prior videos. I got to get as many of those as I can. It's just an addiction. All right. X-Men number 129. I bought it as a 9.2 slab. And yeah, I thought it looked like one of the nicest copies of this book I've ever seen. A little bit rough around the edges. Had never been cleaned or pressed, obviously. There's only the tiniest insignificant color breaks like on the edge of the spine there. Otherwise, this book is practically perfect. So, yeah, don't overlook looking at 9.0, 9.2 copies. Sometimes you'll find them just undergraded, or sometimes you'll just find a bin somewhere, you know, and easily converting it to that 9.8 white pages. All right, so let's see. Looks like there's 3 more in there. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we're gonna have 10. So, what is 30 plus 13? That's 43. Plus the 10, so that's 37 out of 43 of our last 3 pre-screens that we've gotten 9.8. I will take that batting average all day long. All right, following it up with another McFarlane here, number 313. Same story on this one. It's a PC book. Got it raw. Actually, both of those copies were raw. I thought they were both about near mint copies when I got them. Obvious 9.8 candidates. Let's see, what did I pay for each one? I paid 10 for one and 23 for the other. And they're worth somewhere around 100 to 120, I guess, indirect, something like that. So it's not really about the money for me, though. I just want these books. All right, 2 more. Okay, let me save that one for last. We're going to skip that one. Let's go ahead and do the other McFarlane. 315. One of my favorite covers of all time. It's the first time Venom is on the cover, even though it's just a little head there. For some reason, I've just always loved this cover. The artwork, I think, is some of Todd's best work. If you just look at the water in that. For some reason, the way he did the water in this one is almost an homage to Romita. I believe, is it ASM 33? Is that the one with the Spider-Man trapped in the cage in the water in the sewer? I believe that's the one. Something about that just reminds me of that book. And correct me if I'm wrong on that. But this one, same deal. Got it for $27 as a 9.4. One tiny tick on the spine, barely breaks color, no bindery defects. Whoa. This one is 1.0 points on my grading tool. That is literally, 0.5 is the lowest you can have, pretty much. Because there's always something on every book. I don't care if they're 10.0. They've got some kind of defect on them. So 1.0 is like a 9.8 candidate all day long. So this one I thought had an extremely good chance of 9.9. So the thing that usually determines a 9.9 is the top and the bottom of the spine, how they're cut. If there's a bindery tear or something, that kind of gets it out of that 9.9 running. So look how perfect that is with no bindery tear, front or back. And the bottom as well. Let's see if I can get that back here. See the back bottom, almost perfect, if not perfect, back bottom. So, you know, I didn't see any, there's no bindery defects on this book. There's that tiniest minuscule color break on the spine. That's why I graded it at 1.0 points. You could even go 0.5 on this thing. If it was just a tick, I would have put 0.5, but because it's a slight color break, I went 1.0. I think this is a 10.0 PSA all day long. And I thought about resubmitting it to try and go for that 10.0. Maybe I'll do that someday. I've got notes. I keep notes on all the books. We'll just be happy to enjoy the 9.8 for now. I think my newsstand 9.8, my newsstand 9.8 315 up on the wall here is a 9.9. but it's off-white to white pages, and I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I don't think you can get 9.9 with off-white to white pages, so we'll be happy to keep that one as a 9.8, but it presents like a 9.9. All right, last book. This is the big one. Show it to you here real quick. First, Harley Quinn. Batman Adventures number 12. Did I say Adventures? Batman Adventures number 12. A lot of people complain I don't show enough DC on this channel, so I'm going to give them a little bit of love right now. And first, Harley Quinn doesn't... I mean, this is a huge key. And the reason this one is so much bigger key than normal is because this is actually the newsstand. Do you know how hard it is to get this book or find this book in 9.8 newsstand white pages? Every single one of these books almost has some kind of bindery stuff going on, like little ticks down here. But if you look at this copy, it is as clean as you could possibly hope for right there. This one, for some reason, escaped the wrath of the printing or whatever, catching it the wrong way, and somehow came out almost perfect. There's some scuffs here on the case. Gotta love that. I'll fix that up with some polywatch. But yeah, Batman Adventures number 12 and a 9.8. I think the last sale was $3,000. I got this book for $500 as a 9.4, $523 to be exact, and I thought I stole it for that price. It was an auction. I guess maybe it ended late. I don't know why. I don't know why people weren't bidding this one up. But I got it on eBay for $523. That's after shipping and taxes. I actually got it for $478 or something like that. And it's 3.5 points on my grading tool. And that is about as strong. That is like the high, and that's like a 9.85. 9.8s typically start about 6.0 to 7.0 points. That's the borderline between 9.6 and 9.8. 5.0 is a reasonably strong one. 4 is like awesome, right? 3.5, 3.0, that's creme de la creme, about as good as you can get. There's usually nothing going on anywhere on the spine. Usually it's just a couple of bindery things, you know, 1 or 2 to 3 defect book is what we're looking at here. Exciting stuff, man. Yeah, gonna find a buyer for that one. I know there's not that many people out there, you know, with the funds to spend on a book like this, you know, but that is another good submission. Excited to keep going, keep rolling on with all of these great books. And once again, not to beat a dead horse, but if you're interested in learning how to clean and press, buy and sell comics the way I do, to have this kind of success, just go to improvecollecting.com to learn about my community. Very helpful folks there. And yeah, if you're getting started in the hobby especially, and you're going to have questions. There's going to be a ton of questions as you go. And isn't it nice to be able to go to a community of ultra experienced people, myself included in there, although I'm not as experienced as some of the people in my community, to be able to ask these questions and instantly get answers within, 24 to 48 hours at the longest. And be able just to move forward in the hobby without scouring or just guessing. A lot of this first couple years I did this, it was all guesswork for me. I kind of figured a lot of this stuff out. Captain Mike's book got me started, but then I just branched out and I started testing stuff. I actually made a huge discovery recently, speaking of foxing, on how to take care of that little dullness you sometimes get once foxing is removed from a book. Yeah, I know how to get rid of that now, or at least clean it up significantly. It's pretty cool. It's a dry cleaning technique, and that's something you can learn inside my community. And I just did a book that would have been a 9.2, 9.4 if I hadn't cleaned up that dullness on the back, and ended up getting the 9.8. So, we're talking just that one tip right there could make you, I think that's an extra $1,400 on that one book. For the price of my community, that would pay for like 8 years of being in my community, just that one book, that one tip. So you're definitely costing yourself money if you don't join a community somewhere. So stay nerdy, and I will see you in the next video.